gonna fight back.
You're so strong, Sean. You're like a superhero.
Yes, I am.
Sean, stop it. You're hurting her. Helen, you need to calm down. Sean is just playing with Sienna. That's what kids do. Let them do their thing. How can you say that? Can't you see that Sienna is terrified of Sean? My name is Helen. I recently gave birth to my daughter, Sienna. It's my first time raising a child. My husband is currently away on business, and we've been living in separate locations for quite some time now. It wasn't easy trying to bring up a newborn on my own. My husband's father, Alan, would come see me and Sienna from time to time to make sure that we were doing okay. Life in general was going well except for one thing. Alan, thank you for coming over to help today. You've been so supportive ever since Sienna's been born.
Well, I really enjoy spending time with Sienna. She's my adorable granddaughter. What is it?
Where did Sarah go?
I think she's putting the groceries that I bought in your fridge.
What? Sarah's in my kitchen? Let me go see how she's doing with the groceries.
Okay.
Sarah, what are you doing? I'm paying myself for my services. I helped out around your house today. Well, please don't go through my bag or purse without letting me know. I knew that Sarah hadn't really done anything to help me. She just wanted to take money from me. Oh, you have some leftover beef. I'll take this with me. Those are not leftovers. I'm going to cook the meat for tomorrow's dinner. Well, you should share with your family. I'll leave the pork in your fridge. Look, you always come over and take stuff from my house, and I've asked you to stop many times. I think you can afford to lose some of that baby weight. I'm doing you a favor. I'm not fat if that's what you're implying. So basically, the one thing that's been bothering me about my life was having Sarah as my sister-in-law. I never ask her for any help, but she comes over with her father, Alan, and steals things from my house. I'm sick and tired of Sarah coming over to my house. It's about time I let her know that she's not welcome here. I couldn't take it anymore. But another part of me wasn't so sure because Sarah was my sister-in-law after all, and I didn't want to make things uncomfortable between us. That said, I didn't want her bossing me around like she always does. And I knew how much Alan adored his daughter. It wouldn't be easy being open about my feelings towards Sarah. I guess I could put up with Sarah taking some of my groceries. Besides, my husband was moving back home in 6 months, and he would probably help me with this situation upon his return. The thing was, Sarah wasn't the only issue. As these negative thoughts were going through my mind, I heard Sienna crying.
Run!
Oh, Sean's awake from his nap, and he's singing something.
Run! Screamer!
Sean, please don't sing so loud in front of Sienna. It's making her cry.
Shut up, Helen. I can do whatever I want.
Actually, you're wrong, Sean. You can't do whatever you want. This is my house and you need to respect my rules.
Helen, wait! I haven't finished singing my song yet.
As you can see, Sarah's son, Sean, was a big brat, and I detested him as much as I detested his mother. Sean was only 6 years old, but he knew how to talk back to me like an adult. He was obnoxious and rude. Whenever I scold him, he tries to act like an innocent child, but I'm not sure if I should believe him or not. To be honest, I only got along with my husband and his father. Sarah and Sean were not two people that I would choose to see. I would be happy not to spend any time with them if I was given a choice. And there wasn't any reason I could use to get Sarah and Sean to not come over to my house. I tried to tell myself that I just put up with it a little longer, my husband would come home and make everything better. I told Sienna upstairs and successfully calmed her down. By the time I returned downstairs, Sarah and Sean were nowhere to be seen. It seemed that they had taken all the groceries that they could get their hands on and gone home.
Helen, you don't need to share your groceries with Sarah. I bought the food for you and Sienna. Sarah doesn't come over here with me for free groceries. She just wants to spend some time with you and Sienna.
Well, it's really no problem. I wanted to thank her for coming over to help us. I wanted to tell Alan that Sarah wasn't doing anything to help me, and that her presence made me uneasy and stressed. But how could I say something that would clearly upset him? But shouldn't Alan know the true nature of his daughter? Then again, my husband was coming home in 6 months. That's not that far away, is it? I guess Sarah and Sean realized that I wasn't going to call out their bad behavior because with every visit, they began to misbehave even more. At first, they only took my groceries, but now they were taking other things like my cosmetics, for example. Sarah also started going through my clothes and accessories and made mean remarks about what I owned. Helen, what is this? You have such bad taste. How were you able to find a store that sells such hideous items? I mean, where are you planning to wear this outfit? Was Sarah having fun causing me so much stress? I have a feeling that my brother is cheating on you. I mean, how come he hasn't come home yet? Sarah, you don't know what you're talking about. Your brother would never do such a thing to me. I just don't want you to get hurt, that's all. He calls me all the time and he tells me how much he misses Sienna and I. He wouldn't cheat on me.
He only calls you so you don't suspect anything. It's all a part of his plan, don't you get it? It's the innocent-looking ones that do terrible things behind your back.
I wanted to yell at Sarah and ask her to leave, but I kept my rage inside. I see your point, but your brother is an exception, I guess. Could I ask you to check on your father who's cleaning my bathroom right now?
Why do I have to do that? I'd rather sit here and talk to you. It's more fun.
I wish you'd see how much I hated being in the same room as her.
How about you start telling me all your problems and I help you resolve them? Come on, I'm listening.
Sarah was the last person that I should confide in. I don't really have any personal issues that need resolving. How about you go play with Sean then?
Where is Sean anyway?
Didn't I ask you to keep an eye on him though? I need to go find him.
Well, I can't watch him every second and we're at your house. He's completely safe here.
Okay, whatever. I need to make sure that he's not up to any mischief. Neither Sarah nor Sean could be trusted. I had to make sure that Sean hadn't done anything to hurt Sienna. As I had predicted, Sean was playing in Sienna's room. He was holding Sienna and running around the room, and Sienna was not enjoying it. She was in tears. Sean, stop it! You're hurting Sienna.
Ellen, don't be mad. I was playing with Sienna.
But if she's crying, it means that she wants you to stop.
You're so mean, Helen. I was being nice to Sienna. Now you're making her cry even more. This is all your fault, Helen.
Sienna's just a small baby. You could really hurt her. I can't let you play in her room anymore.
Helen, why are you shouting at Sean?
Sean made Sienna cry and I don't want him to play with her. He could really hurt her.
I am nice to Sienna. You see, Sean says he's nice to Sienna. Don't tell me that you think he's lying.
Well, he was holding Sienna and running around the room. He was scaring her.
He was just playing with her. He didn't hurt her. You're overreacting. You can't be so overprotective. Sienna needs to learn to be around other children.
I'm not overreacting or being overprotective. I know that Sean can't control himself and he's a danger to Sienna, and that's a fact. I don't want either of you to come over to this house anymore. You're both not welcome. Sean's reckless and you're an irresponsible mother. I should have said all this to you before instead of holding back.
I can't believe the words coming out of your mouth, Helen.
Mom, Helen pushed me earlier. She's really scary.
What the hell is wrong with you, Helen?
I only tried to stop Sean from hurting Sienna. He was running around with Sienna in his arms. It was really dangerous.
Don't blame this on Sean. You're the one that pushed him.
Look, will you two leave my house? Sienna doesn't want to play with Sean.
I don't understand why you're being so sensitive about everything. This isn't Sean's fault.
Sarah, please stop yelling. You're scaring Sienna.
What's this racket?
Alan came to check in on us as he had heard us shouting at one another. Sarah and I explained the situation to him. Sarah emphasized the fact that I pushed Sean away from Sienna and made me look like the bad guy.
How you both perceive this is completely different, which makes it difficult for me to give you any advice. Sarah, what is it that you want?
Well, if Helen apologizes about pushing Sean earlier, I can put this behind me.
And Helen, do you want to add anything?
I wanted to say that I wanted to cut Sarah and Sean out of my life, but I couldn't get myself to say it. I wanted Alan to know the truth about his daughter and grandson. I had to protect Sienna at all cost. She was what mattered to me the most. I hoped that Alan would see things the way that I did. I don't think I ever...
Yes?
Get to the point, Helen.
I don't ever want to argue with Sarah and Sean again. So I asked that when Sean wants to play with Sienna, it only be when either me or Alan is in the same room. I need you both to promise me that.
Does this mean that you don't trust me or Sean? I can't believe that you'd be so disrespectful to me.
Sarah, what's your words? Helen, I understand your concerns. I promise on behalf of Sarah and Sean that they won't hurt Sienna.
With the help of Alan, I was able to secure Sienna's safety. Sean wouldn't be allowed near Sienna without me or Alan's supervision. Although I didn't mean it, I apologized to Sarah and Sean for pushing Sean away from Sienna earlier. I hoped that I would no longer have problems with the two of them from this point forward. I couldn't wait for my husband to come home so that I wouldn't have to spend as much time as I do with Sarah and Sean now. But in front of Alan, Sarah promised that she wouldn't let Sean play with Sienna unattended. I guess even Sarah couldn't stand up to her own father. Some time passed and Sarah and Sean came over to my house again. But she was on her best behavior and Sean didn't do anything to harm Sienna either.
Helen, let me know if there's anything else that I can help you with while I'm still here.
No, you've done more than enough. Thank you for your help.
Well, let me know if you need anything else. I'm here to help you.
I'm sure you're busy taking care of Sean in your own home. I'm really grateful for all that you've done for me already.
Well, I don't mind. Besides, Sean loves coming here to see Sienna, so it's our pleasure. Mom, I want to play with Sienna. Not right now. You're not allowed in your room without your grandfather Helen being there with you.
I'll take him to Sienna's room.
Thank you, Helen. That'll make Sean really happy.
Come on, Sean, let's go see Sienna.
Have fun, Sean.
Hi, Sienna. Do you want to hear a cool story today?
I'm not sure that Sienna will be able to understand your story. She's still a baby, so...
Sean, have fun.
I was starting to think that I could finally get along with Sarah and Sean. Sean was no longer making Sienna cry, and I was no longer worried about the two of them spending time together. But 2 months later, on a hot summer day, something terrible happened. Sarah and Sean had come over to my house to help me out with some housework. I was making some cold noodles for lunch. Oh no, what's wrong with my baby? I panicked when I heard Sienna's cries coming from upstairs. I also heard some ping sounds. I ran upstairs to see what was happening. Sean, what are you doing?
Take that! I'm gonna beat you. I'm the strongest. Stop crying and fight back.
You're so strong, Sean. You're like a superhero.
Yes, I am.
Sean, stop it. You're hurting her.
Helen, you need to calm down. Sean is just playing with Sienna. That's what kids do. Let them do their thing.
How can you say that? Can't you see that Sienna's terrified of Sean?
You're overreacting like always. Oops, sorry. That wasn't on purpose.
Take this, Helen.
Sean, Helen's an adult, so you can shoot her as you like. She's a strong woman.
That's a great idea, Mom.
Sean, stop it. That hurts. Every time that Sean hit me with his air gun, I could feel sharp pains in my back. If it was this painful for me, the pain must have been unbearable for Sienna, and she now had red spots all over her body from being shot by the air gun. She wouldn't stop crying, and she was also having trouble breathing. I wonder how long it had been since Sean started shooting her with his air gun. Once Sean had finished playing with his air gun, Sarah signaled for him to get ready to leave.
Today's the last time that I'm coming over, Helen. My father can't be angry with me if we don't see you anymore.
Helen, are you and Sienna all right?
Alan!
Is everything you said over text true? I can't believe that Sarah and Sean did this to you and Sienna.
Yes, it's all true.
They both need to be punished. I'm sorry that I didn't pay more attention to what my daughter and grandson were doing to you.
I actually thought that Sarah and Sean had changed after we all sat down and talked a few months ago. That's why I allowed Sean to play with Sienna today. I shouldn't have been so naive. I should have been more careful. If I had been, Sienna wouldn't have gotten hurt today. This is all my fault. I'm such an idiot. Why did I allow myself to trust Sarah and Sean again? How is Sienna? Is she all right? I'm so worried about her.
Her skin is swollen and red, but she will be just fine. You have nothing to worry about. Your daughter's been hit in the face with an air gun, but there was no damage to her eyes.
I'm so relieved to hear that.
But we're going to have her stay at the hospital a little longer to make sure that she is stable.
Thank you for all your help, Doctor. I'm so grateful for all you've done for Sienna.
I'm also relieved to know that Sienna is doing okay, but I can't believe that Sarah and Sean didn't come to the hospital to check up on Sienna. Don't they feel any remorse for what they did to poor Sienna?
I don't think that Sarah and Sean plan on showing their faces anymore.
So, they ran away from this?
Yes, Sarah knows that you wouldn't forgive her for what she did to us this time. She knows that you'll be furious and upset with her.
Well, of course I'd be mad at her about this. How could I not be? Sienna's my precious granddaughter. Sarah and Sean need to take responsibility for their actions.
I agree. I won't forgive them for what they did to my poor Sienna.
What is this?
This is Sarah's wallet. She must have dropped it when she left my house in a hurry.
I see.
I'm sure that she'll come looking for a wallet when she realizes that it's missing. And when she does, I'll be ready to punish her and Sean. I won't let them get away with this. Trouble busters! A few days later, just as I had expected, Sarah and Sean returned to my house to pick up Sarah's lost wallet.
Helen, give me back my wallet. I know that you have it.
I then threw the wallet in Sarah's direction.
I'm off now.
Not so fast. Don't you have something to say to me?
Are you referring to Sienna? It was a stupid fight between two children. It wasn't my fault.
But as Sean's mother, you need to take responsibility for his actions. Do you realize that I'm never going to hold Sienna in my arms?
What?
What happened to Sienna?
Sean, do you realize what you did to Sienna?
What did I do?
Well, because you hit Sienna with an air gun, she is no longer with us. She's in heaven and it's all your fault.
I didn't mean to hurt her. I was just playing with my air gun.
Sean, you killed Sienna with your air gun.
You're lying. Sienna can't be dead. I didn't mean to hurt her.
Well, you did and now she's gone. She swallowed the pellets from your air gun. I took her to the hospital right away, but it was too late. The doctors couldn't get the pellets out from Sienna's body.
Does this mean that I don't get to see Sienna anymore? I like playing with Sienna. My mom told me that playing with an air gun is safe. She said that I could play with it.
I never said that.
Mom, you did. You said that it was okay for me to hit Sienna with my air gun because I wouldn't be hurting her. You also said it would make Sienna happy. Helen, I'm so sorry. I really like Sienna. I didn't want to hurt her. I want to play with her again.
Sean, stop crying. Helen's lying. Sienna isn't dead. You can't kill a person with an air gun.
Sarah, if you think that I'm lying, you should go to the hospital and check for yourself. If you see Sienna's lifeless body, you'll believe me.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So you're not lying then? Sienna's really gone?
If you don't believe me, go to the hospital. Alan was waiting at the hospital for Sarah and Sean's arrival in Fury. A police officer and a journalist were also waiting.
What's going on, Dad? Why is the police here?
You committed a crime. The police are here to question you. You tricked your own son and had him kill my daughter. You need to pay for what you did.
Don't exaggerate. I didn't know such thing. The kids were playing with each other. That's all. I'm not a murderer. Can we talk about this?
It's too late to talk. You killed Sienna. Her entire body was swollen from being hit by the pellets, and she lost her sight as well. She died from choking on the pellets that she swallowed. How could you do this to her? I won't ever forgive you for what you did to Sienna. You're gonna rot in jail for the rest of your life. And I'm gonna make sure that you pay me for my mental suffering too. You're getting the punishment that you so deserve.
Wait, Helen, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to hurt Sienna. You have to believe me. I would never do anything to hurt Sienna.
But you did, and you need to be punished for it. Do you know how much pain she was in? The pellets of an air gun are really dangerous. You should have never given that air gun to Sean. It was your choice to give Sean a dangerous toy to play with. Sean is a victim too. He's still a child and you made him murder another child. What were you thinking? He's going to be labeled as a murderer for the rest of his life, and he's going to have to live with that.
Sean is innocent. He didn't do anything wrong. I'll protect him. I'm his mother, after all.
I'm going to let the journalist report every sordid detail of Sienna's murder. You two won't get away with this. It's not Sean's fault that he was born as your son, but he's going to pay the price for what you did.
Helen, please forgive us. We're so sorry. So please don't let the newspapers report about this. I don't want to ruin Sean's future.
You don't seem to care that Sean killed Sienna, and you think that I forgive Sean that easily? There's no way that I can forgive either of you.
You can blame me for Sienna's death, but please forgive Sean. I made him do this. It wasn't his fault. I'll take the punishment for the both of us. I beg you, please forgive Sean.
When I asked Sean to stop, did he? He didn't, and as his mother, you didn't even try to stop him.
You're right. I didn't. I'm a horrible person. You have every right to hate me.
Our conversation wasn't going anywhere. Sarah was an emotional wreck, but I still couldn't forgive them for what they had done to Sienna. I decided to tell them the truth about Sienna, though, because I didn't want to add any more stress to Sean. When Sean found out that Sienna was okay, he cried tears of happiness and relief. Sarah sat on the floor in a daze, but she still had to pay for what she did to Sienna. Alan wasn't prepared to forgive Sarah either. He told Sarah that he didn't want to see her anymore. He was going to cut her out of his life. He made Sarah move out of the house that he had rented out to her. Sarah apologized to me endlessly, but it was too late. I wasn't able to forgive her for what she had done to Sienna. Sarah didn't have the means to take care of Sean anymore, so she left him with her father, Alan. She now lives alone and frugally in the countryside. As for Sienna and I, my husband came back and the three of us are living together happily. Sean is growing up to be a kind boy thanks to Alan's nurturing. Sean and Sienna can now have fun playing with each other without Sienna being hurt. I still can't get over what Sean did to Sienna with that air gun, but I think that a lot of it was due to Sarah's bad parenting.
You reveal the truth about us to Sean. We'll make his life a living hell.
Please take good care of Sean. That's all I ask.
Is something the matter?
My name is Helen, and I keep my age a secret because I don't want people making assumptions about me based on my age. My son Sean is around 25 years old, and based on this number, I'm sure that you can try to guess my age too. My husband passed away when Sean was still a young child, so I basically had to raise Sean on my own. It wasn't easy bringing up a child all by myself, and when Sean was younger, each day felt so long to me. But now, Sean is all grown up, and he's been working full-time for 3 years. He's financially independent now. I now had a lot of time to myself, so I was keen on continuing to work hard and living a fun life of my own with my earnings.
Our company is being bought out. As a result, we need to do some employee layoffs, and I'm sorry to say, but you are one of the employees being made redundant. I'm so sorry about this.
What? I can't believe that this is happening to me. I was devastated because I loved my job, and I was looking forward to doing the things that I enjoyed with the money that I made, so I ended up having to look for a new job.
Mom, have you been able to find a new job?
Not yet. I'm not young anymore, so it's been really difficult to find a position suitable for me.
Well, Please let me know if you need any support from me. I'd love to help you in any way that I can.
Sarah, what are you doing here? This isn't your house. You can't just show up unannounced. I'm touched that you care about my mother so much, though.
Well, your mother practically raised me too. She's like a second mother to me.
I guess. We were like siblings growing up.
When we were younger, you said that I was your future wife.
I was like 4 years old. I had no idea what I was talking about.
I thought it was so cute of you to say that to me. Anyway, about me being here today, pretend that I'm just a distant observer. Don't mind me at all.
Well, you stand out so much. I can't just ignore your presence. So, Mom, what are you going to do now?
Well, I have some savings, so I'll be okay for a while. I guess it's not easy for someone my age to find a new job. Well, let's see how things go.
Shouldn't you have a more concrete plan in mind? I think that I might be able to help you out. You've raised me all these years, and now it's my turn to take care of you.
Sean, where are you off to? I wondered what Sean's plan was. When Sean makes up his mind about something, there's no stopping him.
I'm going to make sure that my mom can continue to live her life happily.
I found out from Sean's plan the following day.
Mom, let me introduce you to my fiancée, Melanie. I want you two to get to know each other.
Sean, I didn't know that you were seeing someone. It's not like you two just met, right? Your fiancé is beautiful, Sean. Melanie, my name is Helen. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you too, Helen. I'm thrilled to be getting married to your son, Sean. I've been proposing to him for the last 2 years. I'm very persistent, and he finally said yes. I'm elated.
Sean, why haven't you told me any of this? Well, I'm happy for the two of you. We need to celebrate. I was so happy for Sean that he found himself a beautiful fiancée. I shouldn't be saying this, but Melanie was out of Sean's league. But Sean had a lot of great qualities, which is why I understood why Melanie loved him so much. I was surprised and happy about Sean's sudden engagement.
Melanie's father is the CEO of Travis Corporation. Once Melanie and I are married, her father said that he's more than happy to find you a job at his company. He's going to take good care of us, Mom. You have nothing to worry about anymore.
Hold on a second. Melanie's father's the CEO of Travis Corporation? Melanie's father doesn't have to do that. He doesn't even know me. I wasn't sure, but I felt like Sean was getting married to Melanie because he was worried about my future. I wasn't sure if I should be happy or worried. Sean, if you two are getting married so that I can have a happy life, you don't need to do that. I'm an adult. I can take care of myself. There's no hurry to get married. You two should date a while and get to know each other to make sure that this is the best decision for the both of you.
Mom, you have nothing to worry about. Melanie and I are in love. She only offered to help you out. She's nice like that.
I hope that what Sean was telling me was the truth, and if he was, I had no reason to stop him from marrying Melanie. Melanie, thank you for choosing Sean to be your life partner. I hope that you two will be very happy together. Sean, you need to take good care of Melanie, okay? And I want to make sure that you're happy too.
Thanks for your blessing, Mom. Melanie and I are very excited to get married.
I congratulated their engagement, but for some reason I was feeling very anxious. I only wanted the best for Sean. He was my beloved son after all. Things continued to go well for Sean and Melanie, and I was finally going to meet Melanie's parents for the first time. I was a little nervous about meeting the CEO of Travis Corporation and his wife.
Nice to meet you. We couldn't be happier that our daughter is engaged to your son, Sean.
Nice to meet you. We're really looking forward to the wedding.
Nice to meet you both. My name is Helen.
Let's all sit down and enjoy our time together today. We're going to be family now, so let's get to know each other.
I agree. Let's enjoy this meal together.
We're amazed that you raised Sean all by yourself. He grew up to be a very nice man.
Well, thank you. Sean is very kind, and even though it is just the two of us, we get along great. At first, I was nervous about meeting Melanie's parents, but they were very down to earth and easy to talk to. I was relieved. I was starting to think that Sean made the right choice in getting engaged to Melanie. I was no longer having doubts about the two of them getting married.
Melanie, Sean, may we have a minute alone with Helen?
Of course. We'll give you guys some privacy.
Thank you. That'll be great, Sean. The pleasant ambiance went away as soon as Melanie and Sean left the table.
Is it true that you were fired from your job recently?
Well, yes. Why do you ask? We need to know everything there is to know about Melanie's new mother-in-law. I see. But this doesn't change anything, does it?
So it's true then. You were fired.
I can't believe it. I'm not sure this is the kind of woman I want as Melanie's mother-in-law.
I agree. This is completely unacceptable.
What are we going to do about this, dear? Why were you fired? What did you do wrong? I was shocked. Without Sean and Melanie's presence, Melanie's parents were completely different, and I didn't mean that in a good way.
I'm not sure that we want to invite someone like you into our prestigious family.
Same here. You must have gotten fired because you're completely useless. Having someone like Helen in our family isn't going to be good for us. I wish we could just troublebuster Helen out of our lives. I was let go because the company wasn't doing well financially. It didn't have anything to do with my abilities. It was also my age. The company decided to keep the younger employees and let go of the older ones, which makes sense from the perspective of management. But I'm sure that there were some people that were able to remain with the company despite their age. Actually, no. All women of my age were let go.
I'm not sure if we should take your word for it.
I agree. You could be lying to us for all we know.
And perhaps you weren't getting your work done like you were supposed to. Isn't that why the company sales numbers went down?
Yes, that's right. That must be it. I can't believe that you blame the company's financial situation when it was just your lack of skills and motivation which led you to losing your job. I'm sorry, but you two don't know what you're talking about.
You have the audacity to talk back to us? You're unbelievable, you know that? I'm the CEO of Travis Corporation. Don't you think that I would know these things better than you?
That's not what I'm trying to do here. I just want you to believe what I'm telling you. I'm not lying, and I'm not trying to talk back to either of you. Do you understand how rude you're being to us right now? We could have Melanie call off our engagement to Sean if need be. I just want the two of them to be happy. It'd be wiser if we just accepted our opinions. What the hell was wrong with Melanie's parents? They were both so conceited and full of themselves. I wasn't going to let them boss me around like this. I was going to show them that they aren't as important as they think they are. But another part of me was saying that I should stay quiet and support Sean's decision in marrying to this family. As his mother, I had to trust that my son was making the right decision. I decided that it was best for me to not let the incident with Melanie's parents affect the happiness I first felt when I first found out that Sean and Melanie were engaged. But I also promised myself that I wouldn't let Melanie's parents put me down like this anymore. Okay, I won't try to talk back to you anymore. I only want Sean to be happy with Melanie. But there is one thing that I need you two to promise me. I don't care if you two like me or not, but please treat Sean with the respect and kindness that he deserves.
That sounds fair. Besides, Sean has a good education. He graduated from a top university. We promise to take good care of him. I'll also give you some money so that you can spend the rest of your life comfortably. But in return, we ask that you don't get in touch with our family ever again. This includes Sean, too.
If that's what you want, okay. As long as you take good care of my son. Yes, we heard you the first time. We're not stupid like you. We got your message the first time around. We're a sophisticated bunch.
I hope you had enough time to get to know each other.
Yes, we had a nice long chat with your mother.
Your mother is wonderful, just like you said she'd be. Thank you for giving us the time to get to know her. I didn't expect to be seeing Melanie's parents anytime soon after what they said to me, but my nightmare was far from over.
If you reveal the truth about us to Sean, we'll make his life a living hell.
Please take good care of Sean. That's all I ask.
Is something the matter?
Sean, it's getting late. Let's get going. I was starting to get worried about Sean. I wondered if marrying into Melanie's family was the best thing for him. The only good thing about this was that Melanie's family seemed to really like Sean. And Sean told me that he really loves Melanie, so... But I couldn't help but worry about my son's future. It was all I could think about ever since I met Melanie's parents. Negative thoughts were going through my mind, but before I knew it, the day of the wedding arrived.
I was supposed to get married to Sean. Why did you choose Melanie and not me? He proposed to me first. I'm his first love. He doesn't seem to understand that he's marrying into a terrible family.
Thank you for speaking my mind, but there isn't anything we can do. It's their wedding today. Besides, you've never even met Melanie's parents. Why are you so sure that they're bad people?
I've never met them, but I can tell that they're not nice people.
I'm amazed by your ability to see the true nature of people. Let's be on our best behavior and wish Sean the best of luck for his new life with Melanie.
You're right. I need to be happy for my best friend, Sean.
Hello, I'm the mother of the groom. One moment, please. The mother of the groom.
And I'm the groom's best friend.
I'm sorry to say, but neither of you is on the guest list. That's strange. Now that I come to think about it, I never received a formal invitation. I got all the details of the wedding from my son directly, so the bride informed us that you wouldn't be able to make it today. I see. I understand now. Oh, I thought that I felt a negative presence, and there you are, Helen. I thought that you weren't coming here today. I suppose you're not used to dressing up like this. You didn't have to try so hard to fit in. No matter what you wear, this isn't a place for someone like you.
Didn't we ask you to stay away from Melanie and Sean? If you're going to break your promise, we're not going to keep our side of the bargain either.
Can't you let me participate in my own son's wedding? That's the least that you could do. He's my only family. We asked you not to meddle in Melanie and Sean's lives anymore. Don't you know what staying away means? We're sure that if you aren't at the wedding today, Sean will be angry with you and decide that his new family is more important than his mother. Today is the last day that I plan to see Sean, so can't you allow me to celebrate his wedding?
We don't want you at the wedding because we don't want our relatives to see you. We want nothing to do with you. We also want Sean to move on and forget his old life. We have great ambitions for him. We didn't send you an invitation, which means that you aren't invited and are not welcome here.
That's right. You shouldn't be here. We would have sent you an invitation if we wanted you here. Besides, you're late. Family members were supposed to arrive over an hour ago.
Mom, Dad, where did you guys go? Oh, it's Sean's mom. Didn't you give up your parental rights for some cash that my father gave you? Why are you here? You aren't invited. You should leave before Sean sees you. You're not really our type of people. You'll stand out among our other elegant guests. You should go home before you embarrass yourself.
Could you please stop making fun of the way that I look?
You smell bad too. Kind of like trash that has been left outside for days. Could you please leave? You're starting to make me feel sick. We don't have a seat for you.
I came to celebrate my beloved son's wedding, but I was being treated like trash by his fiancée and her family. I guess I should do as they say. I didn't want to make a scene at Sean's wedding. I wanted him to have a great time. At the very least, Melanie and her family loved Sean. It didn't really matter whether they liked me or not. I decided that it would be best for Sean if I just went home. All I wanted was for Sean to be happy.
Do you realize how horrible you are being to Helen? You guys are bullying her. Who is this? She's so scary. Are you a friend of Sean's? I am. I know Sean since he was a young child. We grew up together.
We understand how you feel. Sarah and I will be leaving now.
Yes, we're leaving. Helen, are you sure about leaving though? Today is Sean's wedding. Don't you want to celebrate this day with him?
I do, but I don't want to make a scene either. Sarah, let's get going. I can still wish for his happiness even if I'm not in his wedding. Please take good care of Sean. I wish him all the best.
Helen, wait! Don't go!
I was upset about not being able to see Sean anymore, but his happiness meant even more to me. He will always be my beloved son, but I had to let him go. He was marrying into a new family. I truly believe that Sean could be happy with Melanie and her family. That's why I was able to let him go.
Helen, you need to open your eyes. There's no way that Sean's gonna be happy with that conceited family.
Why would you say that, Sarah?
Melanie's family wouldn't kick you out of their family if they really cared about Sean. They know how important you are to him.
You have a point. Melanie was right. If she and her family love Sean, they wouldn't ask him to choose between me and them.
You're like a second mother to me. I consider you to be my family. I know that you're just trying to be strong for Sean. You don't really want to let him go like this.
But you heard what Melanie's family said, right? They promised me that they'd take good care of Sean as long as I stayed away from them.
But what about Sean's feelings? He's gonna be really upset when they tell him that you basically abandoned him. Take a look at this!
What is it?
I was willing to let Sean go if Melanie really was the kind of woman that he fell in love with, but I now know that Sean can't be happy with a family like Melanie's. He means so much to me. I can't let him marry the wrong woman. We need to put a stop to this wedding before it's too late.
Show me what you have there.
Here you go. They're a bad lot.
I took a look at the documents that Sarah took out of her bag, and I was shocked with what I saw. I could no longer approve Sean and Melanie's marriage. Sarah was right. We had to do something to stop the wedding from happening. We had to come up with a plan to rescue Sean from this undesirable situation. I couldn't allow Sean to marry into a terrible family like Melanie's. I wasn't going to forgive Melanie and her family. Troublebusters!
Do you take this woman to be your wife, to live together in holy matrimony, to love her and to keep her in sickness and in health, for as long as you both shall live.
I do.
Please hold on. I object to this wedding.
Mom, what are you doing? I thought that you couldn't make it to the wedding today.
Yes, Helen, what are you doing here? I thought that you left already.
Melanie!
Oh,
What do you mean by my mother left? You told me earlier that she couldn't make it to the wedding because of an emergency. Tell me what's going on.
nothing. It's really nothing.
I don't think it's nothing. Why would my mother come here to interrupt our wedding then? I think that your father knows something about this too. Please, tell me what's happening.
Well...
Melanie's father said I wasn't invited to the wedding because only an imbecile would get fired from her job. He asked me to cut all ties with you because I was an embarrassment to the family. What are you talking about? We would never say such a thing to you. Helen's making this all up.
Are you sure about that? I had the conversation between your family and Helen from earlier on my voice recorder.
You recorded us? How could you?
I'm a writer and I carry around a voice recorder so that I can make a record of any ideas that pop into mind. I didn't think that my voice recorder would come in handy today, though. Let's see what we have here.
We told you not to meddle in Sean's life anymore.
Today will be the last time that I come see Sean. So please let me celebrate his wedding. It's my last wish.
Oh, it's Sean's mother. You sold him out for some money. That's why I don't like poor people. You shouldn't be here. You promised to cut all ties with him. Here's the explanation you were looking for, Sean.
Why would you do this to my mother? I don't understand. She has every right to be at our wedding. She's the one that raised me after all.
Sean, be quiet. Stop asking me all these questions. Our family offered to take care of your mother financially for the rest of her life in exchange for her staying out of your life. Shouldn't you be grateful? What more can you ask from us?
Melanie has a point, Sean. We gave your mother financial security, which is a very generous gift. If you want to continue seeing your mother, we're going to have to stop sending her money, though.
Well,
Don't make it look like I was the one that begged for the money. You asked me to stay away and offered me money in exchange. Do you actually know that your company was the one that caused me to get fired in the first place?
How could you say that? My company had nothing to do with you getting fired. It was your lack of skills that caused you to lose your job. Don't try to blame this on us.
One of your subsidiaries bought out the company that I used to work for. I have the proof right here. Can you still say that you had nothing to do with me losing my job? Don't tell me that you didn't know any of this.
Where did you get those documents from?
You must have falsified the documents. There's no way that you could get your hands on such confidential information.
I'm the one that gave Helen the documents. They're real, too. I went to your company the other day and interviewed some of the people working there. One of my sources gave me the documents.
Why in the world would someone do that?
I guess some of your people weren't happy about the way you handled the mergers. Many of the employees working for your father are unhappy with his management style. The person who gave me these documents wants everyone to know about the dark side of the CEO. These documents have a lot of information about the side deals that you've been involved in.
Your signature's on the documents, too. You can't deny your involvement.
I don't know anything about this. Someone must have forged my signature. The head of the subsidiary must have gone ahead with the acquisition without informing me about it.
How can you say that when it's clear to everyone here that you knew all about this?
In the documents, it clearly states that Melanie's father was the one that instructed the buying out of the company that I used to work for. Are you still going to deny it?
Hold on a second.
Well, based on these documents, the reason for buying out the company seems valid, but some of the details don't make any sense. Why would a subsidiary try to start their own cosmetics brand? It's not in line with any of the other businesses.
I did a research on your company. Melanie's father's appointed as the CEO, but he doesn't have ownership of the company. But you've been acting like you own the company, which isn't right. I wonder if I should report what you've been to the authorities. I'm stupid, so I don't know what the right choice is here.
Helen, please stop. I got what you're trying to tell me. What is it that you want? If it's money, I can give you some. Or if you want an apology, I can do that too. But please don't tell the shareholders about this. That's all I ask. I don't want to resign as the company's CEO.
Helen, please don't make this a bigger issue than it needs to be. I can't have my husband lose his job over this.
Mom, I don't want you to do anything to harm Melanie's family. They've been good to me. If Melanie's father loses his job, he won't be able to support you financially anymore. I went into this marriage because I knew that Melanie's family could provide you with the security that you need.
Sean, you're not making any sense to me right now. I'm going to be just fine without Melanie's family's money. I'm going to get a job and support myself so you have nothing to worry about. You don't need to marry Melanie for me. Are you sure that you even love her? The only thing I want is for you to be happy. I don't want their money.
What are you implying?
I know that you have feelings for Sarah. You don't have to hide your feelings anymore.
Why do you have the letter that I wrote to Sarah?
I found it when I was over at your house the other day. You know how much I love you. I'm interested in all aspects of your life, which is why I noticed this letter in your room.
I asked you not to go through my stuff. I'm glad that you're not one of the bad people, though.
Okay, let me read out what's in this letter.
Mom, don't do that! You're going to embarrass me in front of everyone!
Dear Sarah, I'm sure that you're surprised that I'm writing in this letter. To be honest, I've been in love with you since kindergarten.
Sean, you're so sweet. You're making me blush.
Ah! I wrote the letter, but I never gave it to you, because I wasn't sure how you'd feel after reading it. You can stop reading now.
Even if I'm with other beautiful women, all I can think about it.
Mom, I'm asking you to stop!
I knew it all along, but you've always loved Sarah, right? You only agreed to marry Melanie because you thought that her family would give me financial security.
You don't need to take this letter seriously. I just wanted to write down my feelings on paper to see if what I felt was true. But I don't think it was because I never gave the letter to Sarah.
Sean, you need to be honest about your feelings. I've always suspected that you had feelings for Sarah. I'm your mother. It's my job to know these things. And I know that you're not the type to write a letter and write something which is untrue. You don't need to worry about me, Sean. I can take care of myself. You can be honest about who you're in love with.
Well, Melanie, I'm so sorry. I realize now that I was tempted to take you up on your offer of supporting my mom financially. She had just lost her job, and I was really worried about her. But that doesn't make it okay for me to marry you, seeing that I don't have any romantic feelings for you. You've always been nice to me, and I thought that we could live a happy life together. But now I see that I was just denying my feelings for Sarah.
Sean, you need to understand that Melanie planned all this. She had me fired so that you would need her financial support. She deceived you.
But I still think that it was nice of her family to offer to pay for your living expenses.
Sean, do you know what I do for a living?
You're struggling as a writer, right?
You idiot! I'm a really successful author. People refer to me as the queen of love stories. I make very good money, you know. And I earn more than Melanie's father. It'd be easy for me to take care of you and your mother. You can rely on me, Sean. It's about time you start thinking about your own happiness.
Well, I obviously love you, Sarah.
Thank you for finally telling me how you feel about me. I wanted to hear you say the words. I'm so happy. Let's get married now. I don't want to wait any longer to start my new life with you. And we're definitely going to invite your mother to our wedding. Now's the perfect time for the three of us to go traveling too. And after we come back, your mother can start looking for a new job.
So, you really want to do this? Are you really marrying me?
Of course I am. And I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'd really appreciate it if you considered financing my family too.
Yes, that would be lovely.
Please count me in as well. There's no way that I'm giving money to people that try to betray my beloved Helen. You all need to take responsibility for what you did.
Actually, we really need your help. Please. I'm currently the CEO of my company, but I'm sure that they'll fire me when they see the documents.
Yes, I'm sure that they will, but that's not my concern.
If I lose my job now, I'm just a loser left with nothing.
Like Sarah said, not our problem. Please don't involve us in your personal troubles. Now you understand what it's like to be fired from your job, and you need to take responsibility for all your wrongdoings from the past.
Oh no. Somebody help me.
Ugh!
I don't want to be poor. I've always detested poor people.
A month later, Melanie's father lost his job as CEO of the company. He was charged for all his malpractices and was forced to pay compensation to his former employer. The amount of money that he owed was substantial, and he couldn't pay back everything from his savings, so he and his family are living a frugal life now. I think that they deserve the punishment that they got.
Mom, congratulations on getting a new job!
We're so happy for you, but I'm upset about one thing.
What is it, Sarah?
Well, when you were employed, I knew that Sean had no choice but to rely on me. But now that you're going to be financially independent, I'm not sure that he'll need me anymore.
Sean didn't marry you for your money, Sarah. He loves you. You have nothing to worry about.
Mom, you're embarrassing me.
You're blushing, Sean. It just goes to show how much you care about Sarah.
Yes, I do care about Sarah very much.
I want the both of you to be happy with your lives. I've watched Sean and Sarah grow up, and I know in my heart that they're meant to be together. I'm so relieved that Sean didn't make the mistake of marrying to Melanie's family because they value money and power over love. Sean and Sarah are very lucky to have found true love. Not everyone is as lucky as they are.
What's going on here?
We're
Aren't you supposed to be dead? Are you a ghost or something?
No, I'm not a ghost. I'm a living, breathing human being. Look, my feet are touching the ground, see? I'm real. My name's Aaron. I'm 28 years old. And after graduating high school, I started working as a contracted employee. Although I'm only a contracted employee, I do work for a big company. I have pretty normal aspirations. A goal of mine is to find myself a cute girlfriend and get married to her in the near future. But I haven't had much luck so far. And it might be due to the low annual income I have as of now.
Hi there. I know it's out of the blue, but do you want to have tea together now?
Tea? Like go to a tea brewing workshop or something?
No, nothing like that. I mean, do you want to go to a cafe and get some tea or coffee together?
I'm sorry. I'm in a hurry right now. What's with this lady? She's really pretty, but why did she ask me to go to a cafe with her out of nowhere? Maybe she's trying to recruit me into some pyramid scheme.
You really can't make time for us to have coffee right now?
Wait, could it be that this woman thinks I'm attractive enough to ask me out on a date all of a sudden? This is crazy, but I'm super stoked. Well, I guess I could go to a cafe with you for a little while.
Yay! Hey, it's Erin. What are you doing here?
Oh, hey, Sharon. This is my cousin Sharon and her husband Andy. These two are nothing like me. They make such a good-looking couple, and I'm jealous that they're able to find each other because they are so perfect together.
Oh, actually, you know what? Let's not have coffee right now. Bye!
Hey, wait there! Stop! You better not try to scam Erin ever again! What are you going on about, Andy? That pretty lady just asked me to get coffee. She wasn't trying to scam me or anything. That lady there was definitely trying to scam you. She probably wanted to get you hooked on her, and then her boyfriend or guy friend or whatever would turn up out of nowhere and heckle you to leave her and threaten you if you didn't pay him money. Seriously?
Women like that are always looking for guys they think can easily be fooled like you.
Seriously, Aaron? You can't believe what people say just like that. I had no idea.
It was good for you that the two of us just so happened to be walking by just now.
Yeah, thanks for saving me from that scam. I'm lucky I didn't fall for that woman's trap. Well, we'll be off then. Be careful, okay?
See you.
Can't believe that lady was trying to scam me. And I guess it makes sense. There's no way some random woman on the street would find me attractive. What a day. A few days later, I met up with my older brother, Ulysses. My older brother's nothing like me. He graduated from a well-known university, and he now works for a very successful company. In our society, he would be considered to be an elite businessman. Hey, you're late, idiot. Come on now, don't call me an idiot. Huh? Of course you are. After all, you graduated from a low-ranking high school. That makes you an idiot. But I didn't graduate a low-ranking high school. It was at least middle-class high school. Whatever you say, you high school graduating contractor employee. Working as a contracted employee must be so degrading for you. What a joke that is for you at your age. You're so lame. Why does my brother have to be such a great businessman? It's such a horrible sibling to me. He really reminds me of that annoying guy I'm used to seeing around here. By the way, the company you're now working for is Trubusco, right? Yeah, that's right. Why? The company I work for is doing business with the company you're working for. I can't believe you somehow weaseled your way into working with a company that's nearly at my company's level. Oh, I had no idea about that. Anyway, why is it that you wanted to see me today? Well, I'm getting married. What? Seriously? Congratulations.
Hi there. I'm your brother's fiance, Natasha.
Wait a second. Haven't I seen this lady somewhere before? Why do I feel like I've seen her before? I'm sorry, but do you mind me asking, have we met somewhere before? I feel as though I've seen you before.
No, I don't think we've ever met before. I've never seen you before today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, idiot. You shouldn't be trying to hit on my fiance with such lame pickup lines like that. I wasn't trying to hit on her. I just really thought I'd seen her somewhere before.
Oh my gosh, are you trying to steal me away from Ulysses or something? Is this going to start a fight between you two brothers? I know I'm beautiful and all, but come on, boys.
No. Stop talking to my fiance already, you idiot. Have some manners and stay in your lane. Seriously? I'm not trying to do anything with your fiance. You're both out of your minds. Because you angered me, you had to pay me for damages now. This better teach you not to try to steal people's fiancés from them. That sounds like a stretch. Come on now. Shut it already. You better pay me for what you've done, you idiot moron. Pay up already. Come on, or else I'll have to take legal action against you. I seriously wasn't trying to steal your fiancé from you, Ulysses, and I don't have any money to pay you. Fine. Then jump on the spot, turn around 3 times, and bark like a dog to prove to me you weren't trying to backstab me. That's such a weird thing to ask me to do. Hurry up already and do it.
Do it to prove your innocence.
I hate that my brother's always making me do stupid things like this. Ever since we were little, he never makes anything easy for me. And if I don't listen to what he says, he then gets physical with me. It sucks I had to give in to him all the time, but I know if I don't, he'll make my life worse, so I have to give in to him. Fine, I'll do it. Jump higher! Jump as high as Mario does! And then spin around 3 times and bark. Ah! The money I had in my pocket fell out! Oh, what a day! Hey, you said you didn't have any money to pay me with! You liar! I'll be taking all the money you have on you right now! Can you at least leave me 10 cents? Shut it! You don't get anything. I'll take every last cent that's on you. You're so mean to me. Come on now! With that, my brother Ulysses and his fiancée Natasha took all the money I had on me that day. I didn't end up having to spin around 3 times and bark out loud, so that was good. But still, there's no way I'm going to their wedding. At least that's what I had planned on doing, in order to retaliate towards them. But after a while from that day, I received a wedding invitation from them. You know what's going to happen to you if you don't come to my wedding, right? You really shouldn't keep threatening me like this, you know? If you don't come congratulate me on my big day, then I'll get you to pay me and even more for the damages you owe me for having had hit on Natasha earlier. And I'll make sure to get my lawyer to make you have to pay me a lot more money than you can afford to pay me. What? Not only that, but I'll even go to your workplace and start a rumor about your indecency to your coworkers. If I do that, then I'm sure you'll be fired on the spot. After all, you're nothing but a contracted worker. Why would you do such a thing, though? Just come to my wedding. Got it? Ulysses had always had an inclination of bullying others, and he always takes it too far. He'd always go too far and do crazy things. Like, he'd lick all the cream off of all the Oreos our parents ever bought for us, just to spite me. That's why I've never tasted the cream in Oreos. I only know what the biscuits taste like. I've always been looked down on by Ulysses, so I know what it feels like to be taken advantage of all the time. Ulysses, I know you're so much more successful than me in terms of having a career, but why can't you find it in your heart to treat me with kindness? I don't understand why you can't be a good older brother to me. I've told our parents over and over again about what Ulysses had done to me, but they'd always just brush me off by saying things like, you two fight so much because you're close, or that in the end, you'll only have each other. I really didn't want to go to his wedding, but because of the threat he made against me, I decided to go.
My gosh.
What is it? Did I do something to scare you just now?
My apologies. Just let me check something.
What's going on here?
Isn't that man supposed to be dead?
What? Did I just hear the words dead come out of her mouth?
My apologies. It seems as though there's been a bit of a mix-up. Please make your way inside.
Okay. What were they saying about me? What's going on here?
Ah! Weren't you supposed to be dead? Are you a ghost or something?
No, I'm not a ghost. I'm a living, breathing human being. Look, my feet are touching the ground, see? I'm real. What's going on here? That's what I want to know. Jeez, what's going on here?
Oh my, what is this?
Mom, I have no idea what's going on here.
Is this one of those things they call pranks?
Is this a prank?
Yeah, Ulysses told us out of the blue that you'd passed away.
What? How could he? Why would he ever pretend that his brother died, especially on the day of his wedding?
I can't believe Ulysses lied to us like this.
Mom!
Come on, honey. I'm gonna take your mom outside to get some fresh air.
Okay, Dad. I can't believe Ulysses would go out of his way to play such a cruel joke, not only on me, but our parents too. What's going on inside that head of his? Even though I'm his brother, Ulysses didn't let me see him before the ceremony started. For some reason, he didn't want to see me until the official ceremony started. It was when the ceremony finally started that I witnessed something unbelievable. With that, we'll be watching a slideshow of the bride and groom's memories together. Why's my photo up there? The groom, Ulysses, had a brother he dearly loved named Aaron, but unfortunately, Aaron has now passed on. Wait right there! What are you going on about? I'm right here! Aaron was very different from his big brother Ulysses. Aaron wasn't an elite businessman like the brother he looked up to. He was simply a contracted worker. Because of his low-ranking position in the company he worked for, Aaron believed that he'd never be able to get married, and therefore, he decided to take his own life. Hey, what the hell? That's not true! I mean, it's true that I'm a contracted employee, and I'm not married yet, but still, come on! Why does he have to bring those things up about me here anyway? For some reason, at Ulysses' wedding, I was turned into his younger brother that had taken his own life. On top of that, for some reason, he decided to make sure that all the guests at his wedding knew that I was a contracted employee and single. I really couldn't stand being here any longer. I know the ceremony hadn't finished yet, but I really want to leave. I can't take being here any longer. I was annoyed at what my brother had done to me on his special day, but I was also annoyed at myself for not being able to stand up to him.
Sharon, wait right there.
Are you seriously gonna let your brother walk all over you like this?
I don't want to, but it's his special day. I don't feel like it'd be right for me to ruin it for him.
Who cares about him? After what he's done to you, aren't you annoyed at him?
My brother's always been the type to get back at people if they do anything bad to him, and I don't want him trying to make my life any more of a living hell than it already is.
If you're not gonna get back at your brother, then Sharon and I will. What? We were originally planning on getting back at your brother after his wedding, but our plans have changed now.
Aaron, you need to be able to stand up for yourself. If you don't let your brother know just how much he hurts you now, you know he's only going to keep doing horrible things to you.
I guess you're right. If I've got both of you on my side, then I feel like I'll be able to finally stand up to him. Ulysses had done so many unimaginably cruel things to me up until now, but I won't be taking it anymore. Sharon and Andy told me that they'd be on my side this time, so there's nothing holding me back anymore from getting back at my brother. He's not getting away with what he's done. Trouble Busters! Ulysses, you really crossed the line this time. What? My dear little brother. He's come back to life. Stop messing around with me already. Everybody, look. My little brother that's lowly educated, a contracted worker, and doesn't have a girlfriend has come back from the dead in order to attend my wedding. What is it that you want to achieve by doing all this today? Huh? I only did all this today because it was funny. It's not like you're good for anything else, so you might as well make a joke out of yourself for my entertainment. You think this is funny? Look at all the guests here. Do you think they look like they're having a great time? Huh? Why is everyone so serious? Admit it, it's funny. Let's hear what the guests had to say about this whole situation. What do you think about my brother faking my death? There's nothing funny about it. He has such a bad taste in humor, he thought that was funny.
He seems like such a crap guy to have done that to you. I even thought about leaving the ceremony early because of his stupid antics.
I'd like the money I gave to your brother and his wife to congratulate them on their marriage back, considering that was such a tasteless ceremony.
As you can see, no one seemed to enjoy what went down here today.
Why is everyone so against what I did? It was funny!
I know, right? It was hilarious.
No, what you did today wasn't funny at all. But no worries for the two of you. I have something that's actually entertaining to present to everyone now.
Whatever. Just hurry up with it. It'll entertain the guests here.
Then I'll get to keep all the money they gifted me, so do whatever you want to do. Well then, please come in.
Who are these people?
I have no idea who they are.
These are victims.
Victims of what? You seriously don't remember? These are the people you both targeted and stole money from. Yeah, it's those two. First, the lady scammed us by pretending to be our girlfriend. Then the guy came to the picture and threatened us to pay up.
What are you going on about? Why would we ever do such a thing?
Are you sure about that? After all, we have proof right here.
Oh no!
One of your victims made sure to hold on to proof of what you've done to him.
I finally remember why I thought Natasha looked familiar to me. It's because she was trying to make me one of your victims too.
What are you going on about? I have no idea what you're accusing me of.
Stop pretending like you're innocent in all this. Ulysses, you work for a great company. Why would you even have to do such a thing together with Natasha?
It couldn't be helped. After all, even though Ulysses works for a successful company, he doesn't actually make that much money.
Oh, really?
We had to do what we had to do in order to live in luxury.
I still can't believe what you're saying though. Because I've spoken to people from the same company that my brother works at, and they said employees at their company got a minimum of at least $5,000 a month in salary. Does that not constitute to living in luxury?
Wait, I didn't know he made that much. Is that true, Ulysses?
What's the problem? Cat got your tongue? If you can't say it, then I will. Ulysses has actually been fired from the company he used to work at for a while now.
Shut up! Don't tell everyone the truth!
You pulled that prank on Aaron, where you pretended he was dead by putting up that photo of the deceased of him, right? That's actually a prank he pulled before at the company he used to work for. I guess it really rubs some people at his previous company the wrong way, understandably.
Not only that, but you also threaten your coworkers too, right? You forcefully made them hand over money to you. Because of such ridiculous things you did, you were fired from your job.
Where's the proof that it's even true?
You need proof? Here's the proof you need. All the guests here that are apparently from the company you work for, which you don't and were actually fired from, are actors you hired.
How is it that you knew that?
I saw you talking to them earlier about how you wanted them to act. Fess up already. There's no one here you actually used to work with, right? Wait, Ulysses, were you actually fired from your job?
We already told you, it's true!
But Ulysses, you told me that you were going to get promoted. And if that were the case, then you were supposed to get more money than now, and we were supposed to live a nice, luxurious life together. It was only until you got promoted that we agreed to work together to scam men out of their money.
No, you see, I'm not really. This is all one big misunderstanding.
understanding!
Then prove it to me that you haven't really been fired from your job. Call up your company now and hand over the phone to me so I can make sure that you still work there.
No, Natasha! Plus, even if I did, they wouldn't tell you personal information about me, their employee, because they're not allowed to do so.
But we're officially married now, which makes us family, so I'm sure they'd tell me if I asked. I'm calling them if you won't. What's going on here? They said there's no such employee called Ulysses at their company.
Oh no! Damn it!
I won't forgive you for this.
Ah! Stop with all the violence!
Please arrest them. Ugh, the police!
You're under arrest for having scammed people out of their money.
It wasn't my idea, though. I just went along with it. Please let me go.
You were still a willing accomplice in scamming people. Aaron, please help me! We're all we got, right?
Hello, this is Aaron speaking.
Hey, don't ignore me! Hurry up and help me already!
Got it, thank you. I've just been promoted to a full-time employee at the company I work for. I'm no longer a contracted employee. I now officially work as a full-time employee of a well-known company.
No way! I can't believe my lowly educated little brother has surpassed me in terms of having a job at a big company! Okay, the two of you need to come with us now. And all of you who are involved in their scams too. We'll need to hear what you have to say about these two.
Aw, how sad that the bride and groom had to exit out of their own wedding.
Oh no! There's no one sitting at the main table anymore!
Well then, why don't we put these photos of the deceased here then?
I feel like that's doing a little too much, but I have to admit, it's a good way to show them that what goes around comes around.
We're simply just giving them a taste of their own medicine. If they can't handle it, then they shouldn't dish it. After all, we're the anti-heroes of this story, so we're allowed to do such thing as getting back at the bad guys.
Exactly. We're not concerned with doing only good. We're here to treat everyone fairly.
Why do I get the feeling that these two might have actually been villains in their past lives? Since the wedding, both Ulysses and Natasha's were put under arrest and convicted of their crimes for having scammed innocent people out of their money. Obviously, although they were married, Natasha had quickly fallen out of love with my brother shortly after their wedding, as she found out that he actually wasn't employed any longer at a successful company. And so the two of them got a divorce after only have been married for a short time. Ulysses, since our parents have decided to contact you no longer, I guess I won't ever see you either again.
Wait right there, Aaron.
Ah! Natasha!
I always thought you were way more amazing than Ulysses ever was. Please be my new husband.
Hell no! No way! Can't believe you even had the guts to ask me such a thing!
Your brother's now unemployed, but you, on the other hand, have a great job. Wouldn't it make you so proud to have a beautiful wife like me by your side?
Hey! Get away from him, you rat!
If you don't want to get in trouble again, you better stay clear from Aaron for the rest of your life. Ugh! If I ever see you around Aaron again, I'll make sure to break all of your front teeth and then fill the holes in your gums with corn.
Jeez, I can't believe she still hasn't learned her lesson.
But I think we've finally been able to scare her off for good now.
Yeah, I think so too. Thanks to the both of you.
Aaron!
Ah! What's with the beard? I nearly didn't recognize you, Ulysses.
Please, Aaron. Please put in a good word for me and your company, so I'll be able to work there with you.
Damn. And here I was thinking I'd never see you ever again.
Please, Aaron. Please tell your boss to hire me. I really need to work in a big company again for my pride.
No thanks. I won't be doing that for you. I promised myself that I'd never do anything to appease you anymore.
You heard what he had to say, so scram already.
If you don't leave right now, we'll do what we have to do in order for you to disappear.
Please, just help me. I promise I won't make fun of you, Aaron, anymore. I won't bully you. I won't look down on you ever again. I am really trying to ask for your forgiveness for what I've done to you until now. I'm trying to change, so please help me this one time.
If you're serious about trying to change, then I'll think about it.
Really, Aaron?
Wait a second, Aaron. Are you being for real?
Yeah.
So what exactly do I have to do to make it up to you? I'll do anything you ask of me.
I want you to ask for my forgiveness by stating right here and now all of the horrible things you've done to me so far. Say them out loud here while you grovel to me with your eyes closed. I'll give you 1 hour to do so. Don't call me by my name when you refer to me though, because that's embarrassing considering that we're out right now. Instead, refer to me as my lord.
I only get 1 hour? And I had to call you my lord?
If you don't want to, then it's totally okay with me.
No, I'll do it.
Then your 1 hour of confessing how bad of a person you've been to me so far starts now.
I used to steal all of my lord's snacks when we were younger. I used to also eat all the meat off of the meat and vegetable skewers we used to have, only leaving the vegetables for my lord. Whenever my lord and I had to bathe together, I'd pee on my lord's head when we had his eyes closed while washing his hair. There was a time when my lord was about to get a girlfriend, but I made sure that they wouldn't get together by spreading bad rumors about him. I would often throw away a single sock of my lord's,
just to annoy him. I was the one that had swapped my lord's toothpaste for spicy horseradish. I even cheated every time we played cards at home. And I'm the one that threw stones on my lord's bicycle and ended up breaking it. Woohoo! 1 hour's finished now. So now you'll... Wait, what's with all these people looking and taking photographs and videos of me? Aaron, where are you? Damn it! He blocked my number! He better still keep his promise of helping me get hired at the company he works for! Aaron! Aaron! After that, Ulysses got in contact with me via having called our parents and asked me about him getting hired at the company I work for. But I replied to him by simply saying that I thought about it, but decided not to take him up on his offer, and that was it. He then told me that I'd conned him by promising to get him a job, but to that I simply told him that I had only ever said I'd think about it. Therefore, I hadn't lied to him. I guess he wasn't smart enough to pick up on that, and that's why he had groveled so shamelessly for over an hour in front of so many people passing by. It must suck to be him right now. People had taken photos and videos of him and put him on the internet, and he actually became somewhat of an internet meme because of it. But after that happened, I never saw him again. Apparently, he moved away, and I heard he might have passed away. But it turns out that he's actually working on some factory somewhere in the countryside now.
I found that out.
I was finally able to get my brother, who'd been bullying me ever since we were little, to leave me in peace. As for Andy and Sharon, who helped me greatly with teaching my brother a valuable lesson, why is it though that you two had known about the scams Ulysses and Natasha were running?
Well, when I was younger, I used to do some bad things myself. But now that I'm a lawyer, I'm trying to do good for others. And that's why we decided to look further into some recent scams we heard about.
Same here. In order to repent from my past bad doings, I've been trying to do my best to help others whenever I can.
I see. I mean, it makes sense, since you two used to be in gangs back in the day.
We'd seen a lot of people coming into our office talking about having been scammed. And that's why we decided to try to get to the bottom of the scams.
The truth is, when we helped you get away from Natasha the first time you two met, we had actually already started investigating the scam she was part of.
Oh, I had no idea about that.
We had our eye on her from a little while ago, since she seemed suspicious to us.
Exactly! Because we used to be bad once. We can smell the stench of people wanting to do bad from miles away.
You both really were my heroes that day.
Don't mention it. You were the reason why I decided to clean my act up, so it's mutual.
What? I'm the reason you decided to become a better person?
After seeing how good of a kid you were, I decided that I could do better as well.
I see. Well, I'm glad I was able to help someone out.
Honestly, we had always been planning on unleashing Ulysses and Natasha's victims on the two of them sometime soon. But because of what he'd done to you at this wedding, we decided to speed things up a bit and unleash them on the two of them during the ceremony.
It was good that we were able to get justice for the victims, and also get Ulysses and Natasha to pay for what they've done to them. And we also got a lot of money from taking on their case as well.
Well, that's good for the two of you. My older brother had always looked down on me. Because of everything that had gone down, I was able to finally kick him off of his high chair. I know there's nothing that great about me, but I now know that if I keep going and doing what's right, then there's always bound to come a time when everything works out in the end. Trouble Busters!